Okay, I'm not going to let my mood get the best of me right now. Had a pretty good beginning of the week. I was up $2,000, a little bit more than that, and couldn't leave well enough alone. Hell, when you're ahead, just leave it alone. And then don't trade again until, another kind of flash flood of, you know, downward or upward momentum, and I didn't do that. I went after another small trade and another small trade. So now I'm looking for someone to follow who's successful and has really good reviews. I'm doing one small thing called co-vesting, and there's this one guy who's like 2,000% in the green, and I mean he's doing really good. But aside from that, I hope he keeps doing really good. I mean, it's nice to make a little bit of money every day, but it's almost like it's never enough, right? It's never enough. I guess that's why you see all these Bitcoin, YouTube, influencers on YouTube, and they're all like fucking chilling in Dubai or living in some kind of tax-free state. It's because they got greedy and they won eventually. They figured it out, right? And I mean, I guess I could do the same thing. It's a really rough situation now with the pandemic and what we have going on here in the United States, and especially in the democratic states like I'm in right now. Michigan. I just don't think that the election was fair. I'm glad they're doing a recount, and whatever way that sways, it sways. I'm not looking forward to higher taxes. I'm not looking forward to a lot of things in the United States, but this video is about Bitcoin. And so I worked for the past 5 years in factories ranging from making brake pads. Before that, I was making God, I don't even know what it was. It was like the whole undercarriage of a vehicle. Big truck frames is what it was. It was at a factory in Kentucky called Magna. And then from there I went and moved to another factory, and I did all this. I stayed sober, and I did all this, and I've been sober for a long time now. From there I went to another factory that made brake pads, and they take a lot of pride in their brake pads, this factory does. Well, from there I was there for 2 years, and I saved, and I ended up getting fired, and I mean, it was nothing I did wrong. They never could prove that I did anything wrong. I was granted unemployment, and I took that, and I moved here to Michigan, and I got a job making pieces, well, lots of foam pieces for any car manufacturer you can think of, from Nissan to Toyota, Subaru. This was like foam pieces that made the noise of the vehicle. It made it a lot quieter and more pleasant for the driving experience. So at this point, that was up until COVID hit. February, March 21st, I want to say, and I can remember the day. And we worked that day, and the next day we weren't to come in, and we didn't know when we were supposed to come back in. I didn't really like the job. I mean, it was hard work. My arms would go numb, and you had no energy after the work. I mean, this is what factories do. It doesn't matter what factory you work in. It's the repetitive motion. I don't know why I just did that, but it's the repetitive motion, the same body parts moving the same way over and over and over, and usually it's the arms. Or it's a lot of weight being lifted, and it's just fast. I've done several different factory jobs, and it's always the same exact thing. After I left that factory, I think I got up to about, I'd have to pull up a spreadsheet. I think I was up to about $11,000 in savings. So I went from 8 to 11 to 15 or so. I'd have to look because I kept a spreadsheet. And this was all just money in my bank account. And I thought that was a whole lot. That is a whole lot. You could move anywhere in the whole world, really, and start over with $10,000. Well, then unemployment and the stimulus all hit at once, and a friend of mine gave me a bunch of money for helping her out, and well, at this point, I believe it was September 1st or so. I'd have to look when I first bought Bitcoin. I was to $30,000. And I started buying Bitcoin at $9,500, and I remember it was going higher and higher, and it was rolling over to $11,000, and I thought to myself, it's not gonna go. I'm buying Bitcoin so fucking high, and it's never gonna get any higher. I'm buying at the peak. Well, it kept going, and well, let me see, I'll show you a transaction of Bitcoin. From the beginning of when I started buying it, and how much it was. Well, I mean, I kept earning on my Bitcoin. I put it in interest-bearing accounts, and I'm getting, $12 for this week, and from one company, and $10 from another company. I'm sitting here thinking my regular money's just chilling in the bank. I want all my money to be making money. Yeah, so I put everything in Bitcoin. I've got a few credit cards, which, I mean, they're secured, and if I need something. And then I've got a few $100, enough to cover the rent. I've got a pile of gold. I wear it usually. It's all jewelry. I bought a bunch of gold. Enough to pay 2 months' bills. Gold, because it's solid money. It's money that's going to grow, or keep up with inflation. God, I don't know. I learned so much during this pandemic. I started following a lot of people that knew what the hell was going on, and I had no idea. I grew up poor. We were chasing something that didn't exist. You're chasing something that doesn't exist. Dollars. The dollars make no sense. I mean, every now and then you might need them to buy something, but you hear these stories from your grandma, you hear these stories from your mother. A loaf of bread used to cost 20 cents, and I remember when I was a kid, we'd get a nickel and we'd go get a Snicker bar and a pop, or I'd go get cigarettes for my dad at the store with 10 cents, and Now, it's like the dollar won't get you as much. I mean, inflation, deflation, whatever the hell you want to call it, is catching up with the American population, and they don't realize it. Food is so high that it's the only thing I can afford. I don't even know how I afforded cigarettes all those years I smoked. I mean, I smoked from age 13 up until 30. I'm 34 now. So in almost 5 years, I've worked full time or collected the full benefits of unemployment because I did work enough to receive that. If I hadn't, I would only be receiving a very, very small amount right now, not even enough to feed myself. I have no children, and I just went all in on Bitcoin because why the fuck not? It keeps up with inflation. If it went down to $8,000, you gotta think I bought it at 10,000, a medium of 11,000. I'd be okay for a minute. I mean, I think that's where everybody's at in their mind. Like, I mean, where else are you gonna put it? The stock market? It's been going up for, well, since fuck ever. I mean, especially the tech stock. Mainly the tech stocks. Gold has kept its value. It's still manipulated, though. The main thing that's not manipulated is Bitcoin, Ethereum, a few other coins. I have one that I particularly like in itself. I don't know how the hell it, stays up with Bitcoin, but it does. So that's fine and dandy with me. I mean, and I'm earning 6% interest on all my accounts. Back to what I was doing. I have a deposit here. Okay. So we're talking September 4th. Okay, September 4th. Let's pull up a chart. CoinGecko. And it took me a minute to get it out of the account. Okay, September 4th. Let's pull it up. Today is 11/15/2020. Alright, on September 4th, where are you? Okay, here we go. Alright, we need the month chart. 30 days, okay. In 30 days, it's gone up 40%. 90 days. Let's click the 90-day chart. Alright, I don't know if you'll be able to see this. Ooh. Okay, September 4th. Here we go. It was $10,397.83. Okay. So here's I sent myself some Bitcoin from an account. Alright, so 0.025 Bitcoin is what I sent to this account here. And you can see here that it was worth, what does it say? $260. Alright. Zoom back out. Okay. So let's go to the Bitcoin calculator. And we need it to to go from Bitcoin to US dollar. Alright, so today, Bitcoin is $16,000, $16,000, $16,015. $16,000 and change. Almost $16,025. Alright, so we got 0.025 Bitcoin that was worth $260.11. Let's pop in 0.025 here. That same amount here is now worth, I don't know if you can see it, $400.38. So that same transaction today would have cost me $140 more than what I bought it for then. Okay? Do you understand what I'm saying? My money's growing. Now, I could show you the exact... Hold on one second. And this is just kind of an introduction to Bitcoin, because your money's sitting still in that bank account, okay? It's not doing nothing. Hell, it could be shut down any minute. Literally. Alright, so here, let's go to the home page. Brave home page. Alright, so the first place I bought Bitcoin was on a site called Gemini. Let me see what this says. Can I flip this around? No, I just took a picture. Okay, so balances. What a shitty platform. It's just shitty. Refresh. Oh my, I do have Bitcoin in here, it says. Let me find out. Huh. I already know damn well I got Bitcoin in here. But it says I do. Nah. I do. That's where the money went that I was... There's no way. Anyways, people. So you see where I'm coming from. The money was worth... Now see, if it went back down to $10,000, then that same 0.025 Bitcoin would then again be worth $260. And it will go back down, but it will go back up. And this time, every halving, it goes up, and it just went through halving. It goes up, and it will stay up to an extent, like a stock. Except there's only 21 million Bitcoin. It's a fixed limit. There's not more. There's no more being created. This is digital gold. If you would like to know any more, or I can get you a referral to kind of a starter account or anything and get you a little extra money, I've got things like Lolly. Lolly, you can book trips online via Priceline or Booking.com and earn 7% Bitcoin back on your purchases. Sam's Club, if you like Sam's Club, 12% cash back. Everybody uses Sam's Club. Think about... they've got everything on the list. Best Buy, eBay, just everything except Amazon. I mean, Amazon's kind of a tight wad. I'm really getting ready to cancel my subscription with them, but I just ordered a new hardware wallet called the SafePal, and it will be here tomorrow. I'll do a video on it. I also have this here. This is a Trezor wallet. See, you can put a little face on there. I can't see it. It's Einstein. So, I'll show you a little bit about the wallets, the hardware wallets, so you don't have to rely on things like PayPal or Robinhood, so you can have your own keys, because it's just hard to get started. But let's go ahead and do that. So hopefully you've got some kind of value out of this video, and you know that your money can be working for you. Some days I wake up and I have $600 more in my account. Sometimes I wake up and it's the same as it was the day, when I went to bed. But as long as there's a chance you having a better life than what you have now, then take it.